If you're here, you've read the title. You know what this is. I will be ranking different kaiju, whether it's Godzilla or not, on whether or not I would go out on a date with them, or whether or not I would willingly get into a relationship with them, a romantic relationship. Why am I doing this? I'm not sure. But you know what? We're doing it. So let's get into it. So okay, alright. So okay, I've got legendary Godzilla, Mothra, Rodan, King Ghidorah, Kong, Hedorah, Zilla, the 4 Mecha Godzillas, Scar King, Shimo, Gigan, Megalon, Ultraman, 2 Jet Jaguars. Ignore those. There's only one. Biollante, Anguirus, Destroya, King Caesar. I think it's King Caesar. I don't know. Shin Godzilla, Batra, Orga, Showa Godzilla, and Toho Kong. The last 2 are just, extra little throw-ins. But after this, if you guys want to see me, rate any others and do this for any other kaiju that I might not have on this little list, this is just what I thought up in the moment. So I didn't want to make it too big, I didn't want to make it too small, so it's just a little group here. If you guys got any suggestions, any ideas for who I should, rate next, then go ahead, let me know, because I will gladly do this again. Anyway, let's get started. We're gonna start from beginning to end. Legendary Godzilla. Okay, so this is complicated, because if this is like 2019, maybe 2014 Legendary Godzilla, okay, yeah, sure, I can get with that. That's absolutely, that'd maybe be around the yes option, I'm not too enthusiastic, but I'm willing. Why not? Let's do it. But if we're talking like, GVK, GXK, Legendary Godzilla, he's kind of an asshole now, I'm not gonna lie. So I don't know, maybe would it be a toxic relationship to get into? It kind of really depends on what point of his life he's in, because I don't want to be mentally strained if I'm getting into a relationship with somebody. I want to be able to enjoy myself. Like, obviously there are gonna be bumps in the road in every relationship, but if I get into a relationship with somebody who's just an overall toxic person at that time, I'm kind of asking for a bad time. I'm kind of asking for a bad love life, so I don't know, this is really complicated for me. So again, if it's like 2014 to 2019 Legendary Godzilla, I would say, sure, or yes, probably yes, I mean, he's a chill dude, right? If it's, again, GVK, GXK, it's good, absolutely not. So, I probably should have split this into 2, but it makes it more interesting. But I guess, as of right now, since, it is the 2024 Godzilla X Kong The New Empire was the latest installment, I'll say that it's, GVK, GXK, Godzilla. So I'm gonna have to say absolutely not on that one. I'm sorry. He's not my type right now, fellas. Now, okay, Mothra. This is very interesting. So Mothra, she reincarnates, right? With every egg. It's like that's just another. And just ignore the Heisei Mothra, ignore, Heisei Rodan, the Legendary Ghidorah. It's just in general. For the rest of these, except for Showa Godzilla and Toho Kong, it's just in general. So, for Mothra, usually, it's whenever she lays an egg that her spirit, as far as I know, and her memories or whatever, it's all transferred to that, to that child. It's like just a form of reincarnation, right? So, she's probably got a lot to talk about. She's probably got a lot of interesting stories. So, like, on a date, that would be interesting. Like, all the questions I could ask, all the things that she could talk to me about. But putting all that aside, personality, she's, generally this, caring, gentle, feminine side. She represents the femininity of nature, right? So she would generally be, caring and gentle. Except when she needs to kick ass, she can kick ass, you know, just like any woman as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, so I would say for Mothra, that's gonna have to be... you know, absolutely. Yeah, sure, why not? Rodan? Okay. So Rodan he's been really different. Throughout all of his incarnations, he's been very different. Showa Rodan, he's kind of an idiot. He's a goofball. He's like, you know, the homie that you go out with at like, you know, 3 o'clock at night, 3 in the morning, I mean, and you do something stupid with him, but then like 10 years later, you know, you're still friends with Rodan, and then you just laugh it off. Then Heisei Rodan, he's kind of just a big bird. Same, I guess, for Legendary Rodan. So I guess this is mostly about Showa Rodan, because he has the most personality. So, I mean, you know, it's, okay, when it comes to Rodan, like I just said, he's like the homie that you know, do stupid stuff with, and then years later you laugh about it, right? So, I think I'd see him as more of a platonic friend, a homie, you know, a bro. So, it's gonna have to be a no, but not because I don't like him, it's because he's, you know, I just don't see him that way, right? Okay. Okay. Makes sense. Okay. King Ghidorah, he's, okay. This is a question of... He's, technically he'd be a criminal, right? Because he's, not a very good guy. He's kind of sort of evil, right? Would I want to be with an evil criminal? I don't know. I mean, does he have a good personality? Not really. No, he's kind of just all about killing things. I mean, Kevin, he might be the saving grace here. I don't know. Kevin might just pull in. He might just clutch. Okay, so Ichi, Ni, you know, they're not the nicest guys, but Kevin, he's, you know, I mean, I imagine he'd be a respectful individual. I imagine he'd be nice. So, I don't know. Maybe just Kevin is gonna be the saving grace here. You know, if Kevin wasn't there, it'd be a lot lower, probably down like next to Godzilla. But as of right now, with Kevin there, it's a maybe. It's definitely a maybe. Okay, so we got Kong, Monster vs. Kong specifically. See, Kong, he's a chill dude, you know, he's good with humans. He's like, all he really wants to do is just find his family, you know, all he wants to do is go home and just live a nice, normal life, man. So, like, he's just a chill dude, man. I don't know, there's not really much else to say about him. You know, it's, sure, why not? Sure, yeah, we can do that. Hedorah. Okay, so first and foremost, let's get this out of the way. Hedorah is a big trash pile. She's literally just like a bunch of sludge. But you know what? Okay, hear me out. So, it isn't... The outside, don't judge a book by its cover, right? Who said that? George Eliot. Okay. George Eliot once said, don't judge a book by its cover, right? What really matters when it comes to the person that you want to spend the rest of your life with is the kind of person they are on the inside, okay? The outside doesn't... It matters, but, you know, it's kind of secondary compared to the inside, right? The personality, the kind of person that they are. So, Hedorah, what kind of person is she? She's, why did I just say any of that? She's a really horrible person. I'm not... she's a horrible person. In Godzilla vs. Hedorah, she was, like, deliberately going out of her way to kill people. I mean... She's got to be like one of the most sinister kaiju out there. So and I'm not sure why I just said don't judge a book by its cover. Judge it by its cover. Judge that book by its cover. Godzilla. Okay, Mechagodzilla. Show a Mechagodzilla. Man, he's kind of evil. He's okay. If you've ever noticed, watch, Terror Mechagodzilla, the final Showa movie. Mechagodzilla, he just kind of stands back in the background during the final fight, the Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla and Titanosaurus. Who I completely forgot to put on this list, by the way. So if you want to see him next time, let me know. But he was just kind of standing in the background, watching as Godzilla got his ass beat by Titanosaurus. It's like he just liked watching Godzilla get beaten up. I mean, after considering what he did to him in the last movie, but it's like, he's an evil guy. He's not too nice, man. That robot has a soul. You just know he does. He's not nice. So, probably absolutely not. Yeah, I'm gonna just absolutely not. Okay, Heisei Mechagodzilla is literally just a body. Like, there's no soul in there. There's no character. So, no, not really. Kiryu. Okay, so. I mean, who doesn't like a haunted robot? Like, let's be for real. Who doesn't like a haunted robot? Now, Mechagodzilla from Godzilla vs. Kong. Basically King Ghidorah, Kevin, but possessing a giant robot, and he's, like, really pissed off at Godzilla for, killing his brothers. So, this is kind of another Godzilla situation where it's like, he's just an angry person, man. He's just toxic. Like, he's not good to be around. I don't think he is. But is he above or below Mechagodzilla? Ooh, that's a good question. I know he's above Godzilla, but I'd have to say, okay, so Showa Mechagodzilla is just, like, evil, straight up. He's just a robot that was programmed and designed to just be evil, right? So, he doesn't, like, have an excuse, really, but, I mean, GVK Mechagodzilla, Kevin, like, again, he's probably really upset that, Godzilla killed his brothers. So, I mean, he kind of sort of has an excuse to be as aggressive as he was in GVK. So, I guess I can put him below Showa Mechagodzilla. Scar King. Is he worse? Or yeah, no, he's worse than Hedorah. He's, okay. Yeah, he's definitely worse than Hedorah. That's a no. Shimo. I don't know. Shimo seems loyal, to someone who would, like, treat her with love and respect. But I say that, though, because she basically acts like a giant dog in Godzilla x Kong. So, knowing dogs, they would show loyalty to people who, treat them with love and respect. So, but, like, at the same time, I don't know. I want somebody a bit more complex than a dog. So, probably, yeah, I'm gonna have to say, yeah, no. Yeah, I'll put her above Rodan and Mechagodzilla. Gigan, okay. Fan favorite. He's also a villain, kind of an asshole. But, like, he's got the style, though. How can you say it? How can you say no to that? That's going in probably, yes, above Kiryu. Okay. Megalon, same thing, honestly. But is he above or below Gigan? He's gonna have to be below. Ultraman, okay. The Giant of Light. Protector of all things based in poggers. Man, I don't know. It's gonna have to be a meh. Like, I don't dislike Ultraman. It's just I don't know. I'm not into him like that, right? Jet Jaguar, it's very top. Okay, the second Jet Jaguar, just for funsies. Let's put him up there. Biollante, I can't do that. I can't. I'm not even gonna bother explaining that one. I don't. No, I don't wanna. Is that below or above or? Yeah, let's set it right there. Anguirus. You know, he's a loyal friend. He's a loyal friend. He's an idiot and he kind of sucks at everything, but he's a loyal friend. So, I think he'd be somewhere along the same lines as Rodan, where it's, you know, just a platonic friendship, nothing more, right? But he's gonna have to go below Rodan because Rodan is just like better. Now, Destroya, he's evil. He's evil. He's got like no redeeming qualities. I'm sorry. He has no redeeming qualities. Oh my god, actually, is Destroya worse than Scar King? I mean, okay. Look, all things considered, Destroya didn't, like, enslave an entire species and do bad things to women. So, I'm gonna have to put Scar King above that. I don't know. That's just my take. King Caesar? I don't really know much about him, honestly. I mean, he just kind of showed up in Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla and helped out Godzilla. He didn't really have that much personality. So he might be a boring person, I don't know. Like if you're sitting there at the table, you know, on a date and you're like, "Oh, well, you know, what are your hobbies? Tell me about yourself." And he's like, "Oh, well, actually, my hobby is I just sleep inside of a mountain until this random woman sings for me to come fight something." So it's like, oh, okay, that's not very interesting, right? So I'm gonna have to say probably no, above Shimo, because he's just a really boring person, right? Like, I don't know. I mean, it's just I don't know. It's just a really boring guy. That's all I gotta say. Shin Godzilla, look, he might look evil. This is a good example of don't judge a book by its cover. Hedorah was a bad example. Shin Godzilla is a great example. Yeah, he looks scary, but at the end of the day, he's just, you know, really confused and really, you know, upset. He's in pain. So it's, I could fix him. I could fix him, right? Like, I could fix him. He just needs somebody to talk to, right? He just needs a shoulder to cry on, right? So I think I could do it. I could fix him. Sure, below Kong. Batra, I mean, I don't know. Meh. I don't know. It's I'm not really sure. I don't know. Orga, I really don't even know what to think about Orga. Like, I mean, I guess you can, like, he doesn't have much personality again, you know, like, I mean, he can shapeshift if he, like, eats you. That's cool, I guess. I don't really feel like getting eaten, though, so I'm just gonna have to say, no, I guess. I don't know. Okay. The time that I've all been waiting for. Showa Godzilla, he's just like, okay, so, you know, back in 1954 to, what, I would say, I don't know, but, like, starting around Godzilla versus Hedorah, I'd say Godzilla is, like, officially a real hero, right? He's a real nice guy around that time, and then onward, he's just, like, genuinely a great dude who just, like, fights for, you know, the greater good. Before that, he's just kind of, you know, a douchebag who just does whatever he feels like doing. With, since I use the most recent version of Legendary Godzilla, I'm gonna use the most recent version of Showa Godzilla. So he's just an incredibly nice guy. I'm gonna have to say absolutely. But not in front of Mothra though. Mothra's still on top there. Now, Toho Kong. Okay. Look, he's an alcoholic. Okay, he drinks a lot. He just gets drunk and throws hands. All right, I haven't watched any of the Toho King Kong movies besides Godzilla versus King Kong, but in King Kong versus Godzilla, he just got drunk a lot and, like, you know, got into fights, and so it's like that's a really toxic person to be around, you know. I don't know, man. I'm not interested in that. So I'm gonna have to say absolutely not. No, you know, he's not that bad, but yeah, okay. I just realized I've been doing this wrong the entire time. So, okay. I've been doing it right up to here. I think so. I'm not too familiar with how tier lists work. Right, okay. I'm not too familiar with how tier lists work. I'm sorry. Okay. Alright, I'm done. I'm done with this. Oh, this is stupid. I'm not sure why I did this, but you know what? I enjoyed it, I guess. I enjoyed thinking about this. If you guys want to see any more of this random nonsense, and if you want me to make a part 2 of this, let me know. I certainly will. This is fairly easy to do, so yeah. If you want me to just, you know, make other random fun videos like this, let me know. I'm absolutely willing to. I thought, you know, it's been I've had a few negative videos, you know, a few negative rants and video essays in the past few weeks that I posted, and I thought, you know, why don't I just do something like stupid but fun, right? To just, I don't know, I guess break the ice is the only term that comes to mind, but just to even it out, to level it out. So if you want to see a part 2 of this, again, let me know. If you want to see more random, stupid stuff like this, again, let me know. Would be more than willing to do it. If you do want a part 2 of this, let me know what kaiju specifically, and from what franchises you'd want to see me do, because I haven't done every kaiju in existence. This was just a short little thing for right now, but I will absolutely find more in the future. So yeah, I'm done with this. Get out of here.